Mic check. Mic check.
Okay, can you hear me? Scott, can you hear me? It's on. Okay, is the volume up? Let's try this one. Is this any better? Okay. That's true. Well, if we'd be in a perfect world, we'd be in Italy. So so that's why this one's not on. Okay. Okay.
Okay, you
All
ready to
right.
go?
Can we get started?
We get started.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we looks like we made it. I'll call the meeting to order. Um, we won't do the Pledge of Allegiance simply because we don't have a flag here tonight. So usually we're upstairs in the chamber offices, and we would do it there. Um, I'm Ben Tiscio. I'm the chair of the appeals board. We have two other members, Scott and Mona, on Zoom call, so we do have a quorum. So I apologize it took so long to get us on board here. So otherwise, you would have to postpone it. So with that said, why don't you go ahead and get us
Okay.
started?
Our first property is 253 West Walton. It's a single-family residence. Was posted on 5 4 of 2022. It's a vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. Um, East side windows in the shed make it open to trespass, also open to the elements. Roofing, siding, and soffit and gutters are all dilapidated. It's overgrown, debris, unkempt, broken windows. Siding is being stripped. There was being some work done without permits. The gas meter is off and the electric meter is on. Um, our recommendation is to remain on the demolition list.
Someone here for that property? Can you get to the microphone, please? Sure.
Good evening. My name is Santiago. For the opportunity to rehab the house, I am willing to open the other permits requires starting tomorrow morning. Uh, not morning, afternoon, because I have a morning appointment with my cardiologist. Definitely willing to put the if I had the finances to do so. I did have some trouble. The construction you saw is I hired somebody to do the work, and the guy was supposed to put permits. I came around. I said, "What are you doing?" He actually run off with some of my money. He left the thing because he was supposed to pull out the permits. He said he has what you call it, the contractor's license and
Like,
everything. So I trusted the guy to go ahead and he didn't want to do so. So one day I come by and this is what I find. I have spoken to some other people. They have not come through. Recently I talked to someone. So what I did, I had to call him to come here from New York and he's going to help me to restore it. So he's been here about 10 days or so. I was just waiting for the hearing because I got the letter to come and speak to you before I make any move. So if you are willing to give me a chance to rehab the house, I will do so.
how long have you owned the house?
It's been since 2012. It's been so because I got a heart condition in 2014. And I ended up in the hospital. I have an enlarged heart. It's called cardiomyopathy. I had tried with some different things, but then I went through a divorce, and I couldn't really move nothing with the house until I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to end up with my ex-wife. whatever. So then we had the pandemic, and now we kind of getting somewhere.
When was this
Okay.
inspected?
On the 4th, near date, yeah, May 4th,
May 4th?
yes.
So I understand I gotta get all the permits.
Yeah. The first step would be to get a property maintenance inspection.
Yes.
Building inspector's gonna walk the property with you and tell you what's gonna have to have permit, what has to be done and what of those items are gonna require permits.
Sure, no problem.
After that, you'll come in and start pulling your permits, building permit being the first.
Yeah, no problem. I can do that. I know I have to pull the building, the electrical, the plumbing, and the
Mechanical.
mechanical. I know all of them had to be pulled.
Thinking a little bit ahead, our next meeting is August 17th. If we get the votes to extend this, what do you think you'll have done by then?
By then,
Recording in progress.
by then I am either I should be able to be close to closing, not already rehab by then. It's not how would I say? It is a lot, but it's not difficult work. The first thing I want to do is make sure that the structure is stable.
And you have the funds to do this project.
Yes.
Is your intention to live in it or to
I
rent it?
intend to leave on that.
Scott, Mona, any questions on your end, please?
No, I don't have any, questions at this point, but, I would make a motion that, we postpone it till the August 17th meeting, and I'm sorry, I did not catch the address.
253 West Walton Boulevard.
No. 253 West Walton.
Mona, would you be willing to give a second, please?
I agree to the next, we postpone it to the next meeting.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Hopefully, we will see you next time. If you're not here, we know you're done. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Before we go on, let me make sure it's clear for everybody. It's a 5-member board. There are 3 of us on here, therefore all 3 have to vote in the affirmative for any action to take place, so, thank you.
Our next property is 33 Matthews, was a duplex being remodeled into a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It was a vacant, dangerous and dilapidated structure. Well, they've done a lot of work to the house, so a lot of things have been corrected. There's still some debris and it's still classified as unkempt. The upper deck has no handrail for protecting it. They have pulled all their permits. Rough electrical inspection has passed. Our recommendation is to postpone until the August 17th, 2022 Board of Appeals to allow them to continue work.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Your name, please?
Salvador Garcia.
Okay.
So yeah, we just stopped because season just started. We are trying to save just some money
Okay.
going with the work. Right now we already pulled a permit for plumbing, which is the next step for us, and then another permit for fence. And besides that, we're trying to do like gutters and some other finishing touches to the windows, which they are new, and to the exterior.
Okay.
So far, that's our plan.
You have the railing scheduled as well to get done?
Not that one yet.
Not yet, but it's planned. I see you need some tuck point or something with the CMU on that porch as well has to be done.
Yes.
How long you think it'll take you to finish it up?
Finish it up.
Yes.
What it will be like the rest of the. At least we're going to try to get it done during this summer period of the summer.
Okay, well, we're meeting next August 17th. You think you can have it done by then? Or progress?
3 months from now.
We have made a lot of progress in the house.
Yeah, you've been there? Okay.
Yeah,
this, you gonna live in the house or is this gonna be a rental?
We're gonna leave that.
Okay. Any questions from, Scott or Mona?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the, response totally. Is the work, going to be completed by our next meeting?
Mechanical and plumbing. Mechanical and plumbing, we are trying to get done.
Try that one.
Hello.
There you go.
So, mechanical and plumbing, we are trying to get done. At least that for sure.
I'll make a motion to postpone the property at Matthew Street. Again, I missed the address there. Postpone it till our next meeting on August 17th.
It's 33 Matthew.
33 Matthew.
Yes. Is there a second from Mona?
I agree.
Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
Thank you.
Hopefully you can get it done by the next meeting. If not, make a significant progress.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Next property is 406 Lynch. The single-family residence was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It's a vacant, dilapidated structure. The soffits, trim, windows, flashing, and chimney are all making it open to the elements. The porch, roof, soffits, trim, windows, garage door opening, and screens are all dilapidated. There's still some debris, unkempt, animals undermining. There had been work being done without a permit. Electrical meter is on, gas meter is on. They did have a property maintenance inspection on May 13th. There is a lot of improvement with the outside of the building as far as getting things cleaned up. The property maintenance inspection determined that they needed a building, plumbing, mechanical, and electrical permit, and our recommendation is postponement until the August meeting to allow them to pull the permits and work to continue.
Say your name, please, and your relationship to the property.
Hello,
Yes.
I'm James Sabies. I'm the owner of the property.
I hear you've made some progress. When will this work be done?
There is a new roof on it that
Okay. You need to talk into the mic, please. All right. What's the next work to be done?
I've got uh, 18,000 invested. Done in March, but this is obviously May and it's still not done. So they promised it would be done sometime in weather dictating. They said it would take 2 days to do the soffit.
The soffit is just part of the work, right? There's still
That's the finished part of the.
That will close in the outside of the
that would
building,
close the outside in.
the bulk of, yeah.
And the debris has been cleaned up.
Cleaned up, straightened up, yes, it's
Okay. So there's progress.
there's
Since our
still
last
work to be
meeting.
done, but it's a major improvement.
Okay.
Let me add, I've lived in this property for 60 years. This was my home with my mother. It seemed like this problem that we're talking about was instigated when I started working on this roof. It was initially started in 2019, I think. Took over a year to get it done. One of the problems is This roofing has 3/8 sheeting on it. It was a total tear-off. I have pictures, and this gentleman said if I took pictures, it would be enough. If I took pictures, I have contracts about the weather shield, complete weather shield. But somewhere in there, it didn't seem to be enough. But as we're speaking, the roof is done. The soffit was scheduled to be done in March. The last conversation said it would be done in May, but I think it would be weather dictated. They said it would take 2 days to do the soffit.
But that would be the final item on the enclosure of the building. What about the
How much?
interiors? What's the scope of the work for the interiors? And do you know, is there funds are able to do that soon, or can you give us an idea?
Money is not the problem. Doing things right is the objective.
Well, I know, but it's been going on for some time. We're trying to move this along.
Got this one here. Is this one on?
Yes. it's-
Okay, all right. All right, since our last meeting, I've been coming down every Friday
Yes.
to do work in the house and on the outside. Every room was full of things, boxes, whatever, and we were working to clean it out. It's gonna take a lot more time to do anything with the inside. Once it is organized inside, then hopefully he'll allow me to get some work done on the inside. But that's gonna take a long time,
When you say a long time, end of the year, next year, I mean,
possibly a year, yes, at least.
Be done this year. My mother lived with me, and which left a lot of
Stuff.
yeah, I
Material.
understand that. But again, the issue is safety in the home. That's the issue.
Yes, he's not.
House. He does not live in this house.
All right. As long as he's not living in it.
He is not living in it, no. So anyway, as I said, the last time I was down, I stopped the contractor up in, well, here anyway, blank, and I arranged to have this office completed on the Monday and Tuesday, 23rd, 24th.
Okay.
Talked to my brother, he said that was just fine. He doesn't want him to do it on a rainy day. And, so hopefully it doesn't rain Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
So, and also, we're gonna arrange to have a contractor, landscape contractor, mow the lawn every 2 weeks. So that his lawn is kept up.
Okay. Mona, any questions on your end, please?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I have a question for staff. Just wondering what their reasoning was for recommendation to postpone to the next meeting. What was the reason for that?
We had said that if they pulled their property maintenance inspection, that we would postpone this.
And they've done work
They,
as well?
they've done cleanup work. They haven't.
Okay.
They
Yep, you're right.
the work that was done without permit so far was historically done.
Okay.
Nothing that they've done just fairly recently. And that's what I was going to say. You're going to need a permit for the soffit work. So
Can I do anything without a permit?
As the homeowner, I don't know.
no, I mean, by state law, you're supposed to make an application for any work being done on the house, any alteration, demo, building, etc. And the building official will determine whether a permit is needed. For the work that you're talking about, as far as the soffits, a permit would be needed for that. You can pull it, or the contractor can pull it, but
So in other words, I gotta call the contractor tomorrow and tell him to get the permit.
He already knows.
Yeah.
He already knows.
Con- okay.
Right, but is it the same contractor?
Same contractor, yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm assuming he got a permit to do the roof, so therefore he can extend that permit to do the soffit as well.
We'll have to look at it.
Oh, I'll get a new one or whatever it is.
Yeah, we'll have to check that because I don't know, I don't have all these permits memorized off the top of my head for all the houses.
The only thing I would say is, I live in Clear County. I don't have to run all the way back down here to.
When you, give us a call. Give me a call.
Well, I have an appointment at 11:30, Clear County, so.
Okay. You call me and I will let you know if you need to come in or what the permit status is.
I have your number.
I'll give it to you here in a minute.
Right in front of my door.
Okay, any other questions on the line, please?
No, I'd like to make a motion, based on the, staff recommendation, I would, make the, motion to postpone the 406 Lynch to our next meeting.
I'll second.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to postpone, say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Please stay in touch.
Next property is 412 Lynch, is a single-family residence that was posted on 5/4 of 2022. Was a vacant, dangerous. This one's occupied. Dilapidated structure. Gas meter's on. Electric meter is on. The roof, siding, soffit, and trim, windows, chimney are all dilapidated. Still some debris and unkempt. Animals undermining. The porch and egress are not to code. Our recommendation on this is for a postponement because of the progress is making a 206. At the last meeting again, it was get that one, we'll get that one started, and then follow up with the second one. So this is the one that Mr. Lynch lives in, or Mr. Sabish lives in.
412 is owner occupied.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm hearing that 406 won't be done for a year or so.
Well,
Would be done this year.
Yeah,
yeah.
This
That's gonna
month,
be the big thing.
not this year, this month. The contractor put the roof on, is gonna put the soffit on.
yeah, but we still have the interiors to do at 406, the one we just talked about.
The interior? What's the
Yeah.
interior got to do with the roof?
It's got nothing to do with the roof. It's got to do with the making the house safe. And there's work that has to be done on the interior.
It ain't gonna be done this year.
Well, that's my concern. Is now we're gonna
Something will
keep
be done, but
postponing 412. And
That's-
406 is not gonna.
Right. That's the 412 is the one that he lives in.
Okay, but he's living in a dangerous structure. Is that what I'm hearing?
I wouldn't call it a
He has not
dangerous
had he has
structure.
not had the property maintenance inspection on that.
Okay, so we don't
Perhaps-
know the condition of that.
You have been in the house.
I have not been in the house.
Well,
Has
an
the city been in
an
the house?
inspector has been in the house because originally it's a second house and it was, city said that I could not have a second house without it being a rental, I think. They inspected the house.
Has there been an inspection on 412? Do you have a history on that?
I would have to go back to see if it was registered as a rental. I don't believe it was, but I can.
The city said it had to be registered as a rental.
But I don't know if it was ever inspected. James. Right. Is it possible to get the property maintenance on that by the next meeting, by August?
Inspection of 412?
Yes.
412.
What do you mean inspection?
I don't know that I see any history here that that's been inspected.
No, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of.
I'm concerned about getting 406 done, not 412. I know you want to both done, but it's a possibility.
It will take me over a year to get, I'm not concerned about the house, I'm concerned about the roof. It will take me over a year to get the roof done. And I'm gonna do the same thing on 4. Again, the dictating process on both of these houses, they got 3/8 sheeting on it, not 3/4. I've observed, helped The next door neighbor, it's got 1x6. House down, they just had a roof, they got 1x6. The house 90 degrees from me has got 1x6. This has got 3/8 sheet, and this is a total tear off. As the pictures show, this gentleman said if I took pictures, it would be enough. I have pictures showing a total tear off of this roof. This is not a roof repair.
I understand that, but again, we have not done, the city has not done a property maintenance inspection, so we don't know the condition of 412. That's our concern. Yeah, and that's a concern. 'Cause we don't know the condition of that house. Is there plumbing working? Is the HVAC working? Is electrical working? Do we know that? Well,
Everything is functional. I've replaced the furnace, dealing with both houses. I put a new furnace in both houses. Replaced the fuse box with the breaker box.
did you get permits for that work?
They've been inspected.
Did you get permits for that work?
There must have been permits, because they've been inspected to verify they were done properly.
Well, the city say they don't have a history on 412
Of a property maintenance.
for property maintenance inspection.
They did not properly maintenance, but they had an inspection on the furnace
On 412.
on 412.
Both of them. Furnaces in the fuse, in the breaker box. I had the fuse box replaced with the breaker box. It was in the last couple of years, the only thing I've done is cut down trees. Cut down and the whole backyard cleaned up. There's nothing in the backyard. Cost me probably $1,400 to get the backyard cleaned up. I cut down 4 trees on 406 myself.
Let me share something that's going through my my head right now, and that is I'm concerned of postponing 412 if we can't get a commitment that a house will get a property maintenance inspection. That's my concern. Period.
What does that mean?
It means that I can't support a vote to postpone 412 unless I get a commitment that the house will be inspected. It has not been inspected.
It has been inspected.
The city does not have a record of that. If it was, they don't have a record of it.
That's not his problem, though.
Well, no, it's not our problem. If we don't have the documentation, that means it wasn't inspected.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, Scott.
This is Scott. I know we had discussion about the need for a property maintenance inspection on this property at our last meeting.
That's-
And I'm kind of disappointed that there's no record of any inspection at this time. So I'm going to make a motion that this, remain on the demo list.
And I'm going to second.
Okay, is there any additional discussion that this remain on a demolition list? Hearing none, all in favor of the demolition list, say aye. Aye. Mona, you agree? Any opposed? Hearing none. Sorry, but it's on a demolition list.
If you demolition it, do I have to move out?
You're not gonna get
Well,
as long as he lives in it, you're not gonna touch
I'm trying to ask the rational question as we're dealing with
well, you could
reality.
be
My
evicted if it has
reality.
to be demolished. If the court orders it down, you're gonna have to be evicted.
Well, I'll see you in a perfect world. I'm gonna, 406 should be done with the soffit, the same company put the roof on. I will be doing the same, making the same effort on 412. Again, the dictating factor is the roof is not 3/4 material, it's 3/8. It was a very trying process to do 406. I will be doing the same, making the same effort on 412. It will not be completed this year.
Okay, well, thank you. We'll have to move on to the next one, please. Which is the next one? 601.
601,
that's me.
There it is.
Here it is.
601 Perry is a multiple family residence that was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It was at the time was extremely dangerous and dilapidated. It is vacant. There's still a window that's boarded. Most of the rest of them have been replaced. Roofing, foundation, and siding all need attention. The chimney, as well as the chimney and stairs, still some overgrowth, debris, unkempt. The deck and stairs are non-compliant. 4 of the gas meters are on. 1 is still locked out. All 5 of the gas or electric meters are on. The plumbing has been finalized out. The electrical, mechanical permits are have not been finalized out yet. The electric was rough was done on back in April. The recommendation is postponement to the August 17th meeting to allow the work to finish up. He did have a electrical final that did not pass, so that's basically he's getting very close to filing out the electric. It just needs some corrections and then re-inspected.
And then what's left after the electrical?
Has to final out the mechanical and the final building.
Okay.
Final building has to be last. I mean, I don't know if they're
Correct.
done with it quite yet, but
And this says this is a 5-unit building?
yes.
Is somebody here on that property?
He was.
Right here, he lied. He was here. He lied to get into this Zoom call. He's right here.
Oh.
Oh, there you are.
I don't know. Wasn't me. Yeah, I heard everything, or like 95% of everything. No objection. to
What
just
is your
postponing it.
name? What is your name, please, and what's the relationship to the property?
What?
What is your name?
Oh, Nicholas Stomberg. I'm the owner of the building.
And can you give us an update on the anticipated work to get completed?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much there. I mean, it's the last thing is this electrical final. So we had the rough done, and then the inspector, gave us a little list of stuff, and my electrician's already been working on it. He anticipates that should be done by June 1st. But other than that, I mean, we got the washer and dryer in the basement, but then it's just to clean it up and set a rental inspection. I want it done ASAP, but yeah, everything's going good.
When do you think that you'll be all done and ready for the final inspections?
So that's the question of the year, right? I don't know. As soon as this electrical stuff's done, I mean, I'd like it done before the next meeting. I'm losing money not having it rented every month, so I want it done and done.
You have the finances to get it done by the next meeting?
Oh yeah. It's not a money thing. It's just getting people out there and just dealing with just unreliable. It's a mix of things, but no, the finances are not a problem. It's just getting it done.
I'd like to make a motion that we postpone the property at 601 Harrington to our August 17th meeting.
A second.
Okay. Is there an additional discussion? All in favor of the motion postpone, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Mona, did I hear you too?
Thank you.
All right.
And did I hear it's 601 Perry? I thought
Right.
I heard a different street name there.
Oh, sorry about that, yes. 601 Perry.
All right. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
401 University is a
I had Robinwood, 774 Robinwood.
774
Robinwood.
Oh,
Just a minute.
774 Robinwood is a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It was a vacant, dangerous and dilapidated structure. The rear porch and garage had been open to trespass. Trim, soffit windows, and are all making it open to the elements. The siding, trim, windows, doors, chimney, and garage are all dilapidated. Some boarded windows. It's overgrown, debris unkempt, animals undermining, handrails missing. The gas meter is off, the electric meter is on. Had a property maintenance inspection back in February. Has pulled their building permit, a mechanical permit, and electrical permit. The plumbing permit has yet to be pulled because of the permits are active and work is progressing. Our recommendation is postponement to the August 17th Board of Appeals meeting to allow the work to progress.
Okay, your name, sir?
Brian Beaumarchais, representative for SFR3 LLC.
Are you the owner or are you the contractor?
Owner representative.
Give us an update, please.
Roof is complete with permit, fascia is complete, garage door is complete. Both entry doors have been replaced, structure is secure, cabinets are installed, interior drywall has been repaired. The reason for the delay is that we sent that property back to our evaluations team to determine whether the ARV for the additional cost was going to be financially fiscal, and it is. We are proceeding with the repairs, and we will have a C of O prior to August 17th. As the building party can attest to, we just completed a home on South Edith in full compliance within the city of Pontiac, trying to show good faith that we want to work with the city.
So you think you can get it completed by our August meeting?
Yes, we'll have C of O by your August meeting.
Any questions from Scott or Mona?
No questions. I'll make a motion to postpone this property to the August 17th meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, there's a second. Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion postponed, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good evening, guys.
Yeah.
And gals.
Now, 401 University is a residential commercial property. Was posted on 5/4 of 2022. Was vacant, dilapidated structure. Some of the windows are boarded. Roof, siding, soffit, trim, foundation, and windows are all dilapidated. Some electrical hazards are noted. Again, overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining, broken windows, foundation unstable in multiple areas. Both gas meters are locked out. Both electric meters are on. It had a property maintenance inspection that determined all permits were needed back in November, and nothing has been really moved forward. So our recommendation, due to lack of any forward activity, reluctantly, is to remain on the demolition list unless there's some commitments made.
Your name, sir?
My name is Robert Mitchell.
And you, what relationship are you to the property?
I'm the owner of both buildings.
Okay, sir. Can you give us an update?
Sure. I'm undecided about what I'm going to do with the small building. I did have the inspection done. There is no broken windows at the place at all. Not one. There's not one broken window. Larry was there. Larry was part of the inspection. The one building is brand new. There's no broken windows. I own a window company. I'm not going to have a broken window. The small building, we're trying to decide about rezoning this particular property and what we're going to do with it. So right now we're still doing a little research, and we haven't decided. We got some drawings coming, and so we're probably gonna appeal to, the zoning board and change the zoning.
And change it to what? For what use?
Some commercial use. I had a, actually, that's what we're researching. We haven't decided. If we might do a church with the big building, that was the original intent.
Now, is this, excuse me, this is one contiguous property?
Yes.
So you'd have to somehow rezone the whole property, or are we talking about?
We may tear down the small building. We haven't decided yet. Or we may repair it. We're researching it.
How long have you owned the property?
I bought it, about a year ago. It took me $6,000 and a year to get the group inspection. It wasn't a PMI. It was some
Team inspection.
Because they had to get everybody together.
So at this time, you don't have a plan?
Yeah, I have a plan. I'm gonna do something to the, one building is new. It was built in 2000, never used, approved, all the, permits were pulled by the city and approved.
Which building is that? Is
That's
that,
the large building in the back.
because I see one has a, looks like a shed on the back. That's the one up in front,
No,
is it?
that's one in front.
But the one in the back, you say is new?
Yes, Larry's been in there.
Is that in good shape, or what?
That building, that structure is in, pretty good shape, needs a little work.
He's cleaning out.
Probably, I would say it's probably 20 years old.
It's 20 years old, but it's, I mean, you've seen it. It's never been used.
I'm looking at some photos here, excuse me, and it
Sure.
almost looks like that there's not a foundation under this.
There's a footing on it. What they did, we pulled some of that off to see what exactly we had. But, so what they did, they went in 6 inches and then went down with the foot. So that's just a 6-inch overhang.
I don't understand this photo. I see a gap.
Was that pole barn, sir?
No,
This photo indicates that there's a gap between the slab and if there's a foundation.
that's just the underpinning when we pulled the wood off to see what we had under there.
I understand that, but there's supposed to be a footing under
There
there.
is a footing there. 6 inches in, there's a footing.
Then what, but the exterior wall has to be on a footing. If foundation is in 6 inches, then it's not on the exterior wall.
There's a footing there.
Sir, it's not a footing there.
There's a footing there.
I can see right here, there's a gap.
There's a footing there.
Well, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. There's not,
Larry's
there's a
been
gap.
out there. There's a footing there.
I can't verify that.
Well, that doesn't make me any difference. You guys have a problem with it then. There's a footing there.
Scott, Moan, you guys have any questions?
Yeah, I guess I'm a little confused, if you've had the property for a year, and it appears that you're, still haven't decided what your game plan is for the property, how do you, expect us to offer up some sort of postponement when you haven't made any commitment or, made a decision after a year of having the property?
Did you hear the part where I said it took me a year to get the team inspection done?
When was this inspected? It was inspected November of 21?
Mm-hmm. November of 2021.
21.
6 months ago.
Right.
I just got bills from 2018 from the city on that property.
So I understand you're looking to possibly, apply for a rezoning, but, you don't sound really committed to that. You sound like you're just trying to
Listen.
figure out what to do.
Listen.
Yes, you're not giving us much to work with here.
Listen, I purchased the building. I talked to Dan Colby. Dan Colby told me I had to have new plans. I took 5,000 some odd dollars, went and spent and got new plans done, turned that in to Donovan, paid another $600, found out I didn't need that, okay? Then I got the team inspection done. It took them another 4 months, 4 or 5 months to get everybody together and come out and do the team inspection. They did them on both buildings.
When the
Now-
plans came in for the building, the small building was not on the site plan, was basically gone. The larger building is accessory structure, and they couldn't have the accessory structure without the primary structure. And that's why the rezoning is, if he wants to get rid of the small building in front, he has to change it to a commercial or a non-residential classification to keep
What is the
that
property
building in
zone
front.
now?
Residential.
It's a church.
Single family?
It's a church.
Sounds like, yes. As I say, to take this, the small building in the front down, according to planning, it's gonna have to have the rezoning. And the application for that rezoning would go through planning department, not the building department.
Correct.
So if, question, if everything, goes well and you get rezoning, what is your, estimate on when you're going to accomplish something?
Well, it depends on, we've got a few ideas of what we want to do with the building. But I have not, because I'm responsible and I own this building. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with it just yet. But like I said, I just received a month ago bills from 2018 before I owned it, because you guys had stuff lost in the city files from 2018. I just got them a month and a half ago that you guys want me to pay.
Well, we guys, that may be the city, but it's not the building department.
Sure, it's building and safety.
Okay, well, it's, don't know what it would have
Building
been
and
for.
safety.
Okay, find out why it was.
I don't know.
long ago.
That's the same question I want to know.
Sir, did you come in to ask?
Yes, I even had to go down and talk to Matt and Froland. Yeah.
That's
And then you guys had the billing duplicate
code
issue.
enforcement.
Hey, so you talked to code enforcement?
Code enforcement. I apologize.
Different department.
Well, it's all the same to me. You told me, you shouldn't have told me I had to spend $5,000, because I didn't have to.
I guess I still haven't heard, a commitment to what you would do if you had the.
The
zoning
large
required.
building I am going to keep. The small building I'm probably going to raise. I have to raise that building, I gotta get it rezoned.
Okay, but what do you plan to do with the large building?
I might keep it as a car garage. It's mine.
Do you feel that you'll be able to have some sort of, defined direction by our next meeting?
Yes.
Have you made application for the rezoning yet?
You know, I didn't, no, but I'll probably do it Monday. I'm pretty sure I'll do it Monday. By Monday.
How, the application takes how long, the process?
It's a planning department issue,
Month or so?
I would think, yeah. I don't know how long, you know,
Do they meet once a month?
I believe they meet once a month.
Is it the planning commission needs to rezone it?
Right.
Is that the last step, or does it have to go to city council?
No, it does not have to go to city council.
We're gonna need to know what he wants to do with the property.
Right.
I understand that, but I'm trying to figure out if in a month,
That,
he goes before the planning commission, let's say, is there what, a 30-day notice, public hearing notice?
yes, I
right?
believe so. And it also depends upon when the last meeting was, and I have no clue
And
of what,
how many are on the agenda, et cetera.
well, that and when they meet. If it's the first of the month, if it's the end of the month.
They meet once a
I
month.
believe they meet once a month, but again, I do not keep track of the planning department.
I understand. Some communities have a study session and then a voting session 2 weeks later. Is this all conducted in one planning, do you know?
Do not know.
Nobody knows anything.
It's a different department.
I
And it's, I have enough to worry about in the building department to know what all the rest of the departments are doing.
I'm just
sorry.
trying to ascertain whether or not supporting postponement would be of any benefit by all.
I'd like to ask for the postponement because I'm going to have this planning situation handled.
Mona, you have any questions?
No.
Right, based on what appears to be a little bit of confusion and a question about clear direction here, I guess what I would like to do is make a motion with a condition, a motion that the property at 401 University be postponed to our next meeting in August with the condition that there is progress made, and progress made being the minimum of an application and the process started with a rezoning request.
I think I'll second that motion.
Is there an additional discussion? All in favor of the motion to postpone with the condition that progress is made on rezoning by our next meeting, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Hopefully you'll have some progress by our next meeting.
Uh, 51 Fenley is a duplex, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. Was vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. Shed is open to trespass, siding, soffit, trim, and boarded windows. Are all making open to the elements. The siding, soffit, trimmed doors and windows are all dilapidated. Still some overgrowth, debris, unkempt. Structurally unstable due to the lack of the water intrusion. Electrical hazards. Gas meters are gone, the electric meters are gone. The property has been sold since the last meeting. It's gonna have to, we need another property maintenance inspection because it's basically a total gut job inside. I mean, the electrical and mechanical, the trades are gonna be a total rehab for both of them. No. No.
Your name, sir?
My name is John Lukai.
And you're the owner?
Yes.
Can you give us an update, please?
Yes. We have new windows on there. I don't know, dilapidated, whatever, and we got a roof up there and it's been passed inspection. I just we installed what they call it, the steel beams to hold the property up and everything. I got $52,000 worth of wood that I ordered from John's Lumber. Paid $25,000, half down. I'm waiting for the framers to come in. They told me by the end of May it's supposed to come in and have it started on the framing of the property. I have also cement people in there that concrete the whole building around. Once they just, not the building itself, but the flooring, to get it somewhat kind of looking good, and trying to get the siding up, cement work down there, and all the other stuff that's crumbling away from the building. But we're actually trying to get the framing inside so at least holds the house together. And right now I have receipts and bills and everything that I ordered the $52,000 worth of wood for that place. And I also have a quote for the cement guy here. But John's Lumber, I got all that stuff here, but I'm still working on it. I'm trying to get it going, but it just, with everybody being backed up from this corona, that's why I'm where I'm at right now.
How long have you owned the property?
I've had it just before the start of corona. So it started in March. I bought it February, I believe, something like that.
February of 20?
20, yeah.
Sir, have you turned the scope of work in yet on this project?
Yeah.
Of the floor plans and all that?
Yeah, everything, they got all that stuff in there. I got the,
You,
architect, I got the architect work, I got,
Did you just sell this into an LLC?
yeah, I
Was
just
sell-
put it in LLC.
Okay,
No, I'm still the owner, I put it into an LLC instead.
okay.
You're the same guy as
Same guy,
the
yeah,
owner put the roof on.
right.
So there have been some drawings that were submitted?
Yeah. Yeah, you did, but to make sure that the scope of work is encompassed everything that he's doing, and if the permits are still valid. I know we had a permit for the roof, but I don't know if the rest of the permits are still.
What is the story on the inside? It looks like the framing is, most of it's gone, I mean.
Yeah, we removed the framing because the framing was all rotted out. The building,
Was
when I
this
first.
on a crawl space?
They had the crawl space on one side and the little Michigan basement on another side. That's where the water, you're saying that's in there, it collected because of the power. So we're supposed to get a pump in there, but it froze during the winter, so now we have to go in there and pump it out. We haven't gotten there for that, but I've been doing all this other stuff, trying to get that wood and get the framers in there to get it framing, at least somewhat. And then before they started, we're gonna suck out all that water so it doesn't cause an issue.
And you have a use for the property?
Yeah, I wanted to make it a 2-unit apartment. It was 4-unit, now I switched it over to a 2-unit.
And that's the drawings that were sent in?
Right.
I know it's being made into a 2-unit.
Yeah, you've dealt with me.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was, anybody mentioned how long it would take to complete the project, but if, could you tell me what your estimate is on the completion of the project?
Well, I'm hoping soon, but, these framers guys, I bought the wood in February, thinking that they're gonna come and start doing it in March, but they kept backing it up. Now they say the end of, May. So the wood is sitting there waiting for it, the beams, the 2x4s, all that stuff is sitting there at John's Lumber to get it done and, ordered and ship it over there.
It's not been shipped yet, but it's still at the lumberyard?
Yeah, I got the bill where I paid for it, but I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. That's why I told them just to hold it there. Once we get the contractors in, they can start working on the framing of the building. So
And-
they
and-
told me by the end of May, they were supposed to start working on my building.
What do you think, you'll be at by our next August meeting, if they come in May?
If they come in and start framing and get this framing done, I can get the electrical. They told me it would take about a month to get the framing done. And then right after that, this is what they told me, about a month. And then right after the month, I'm thinking of getting electricians in there and the plumbers and the heating guys. And then trying to get that going. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be drywall, cause we have to get the electrician, electrical permits and the plumbing permits and all the other stuff. But I'm hoping soon, cause I've had it long enough.
But the property maintenance inspection, is it still valid or no?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been, but I thought it was sold, and that's, didn't state that he was still the owner of it.
So the property maintenance.
Technically, when a title is transferred,
Right.
I think Mike will probably make an exclusion of it. When titles is transferred, all previous permits become null and void
Oh,
upon transfer of title. That's why,
When you form the LLC, it
Yeah.
transferred.
okay.
you kind of, Mike might say, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll let it continue on because you're the principal of the LLC, but
Are you the only person in the LLC?
Yeah, I'm the only person. Nobody else.
All right, so then,
There's
that might be
ramifications.
just a technicality to have it work.
I mean, I'm just like saying, I got the approval, the open roofing inspection for the open roof. But the final roof, I never got the green card, but I talked to the inspector about it on the phone, and he told me, yeah, it's fine, and he never sent me the approval letter or anything.
Sorry, said I won't send you the approval on the open
Okay. All right, because there was that opening in, on the bottom of the soffit, we were gonna put like, when we do the siding, we were gonna put those, right. Okay, okay.
Based on the discussion I'm hearing, it appears that there's progress being made, and it looks like once the contractor is gets a hold of that lumber and they can start doing something, we'll have some progress here. So I'd like to make a motion that we postpone this property to our August 17th meeting.
I'll second.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion postpone, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Hopefully we'll have some good progress by our next meeting.
I'm hoping to.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do I have to, talk to you about it?
I would check tomorrow about to make sure all your permits are valid.
Okay.
What's going on?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And the last one we have is 684 Auburn. It's a commercial property, was a car wash that had been before the board back last year. I think it was November of last year. It was a dangerous, dilapidated structure. The car wash has been purchased. The applicant here is asking for a suspension of the demolition order to allow him to get working on the project without the need of a bond and a rehab agreement. I'll let him talk, but his plan is to redo the parking lot and get the original structure back open after it's got a CFC and it's operational, and cash flow is coming in. He'd like to enclose the last bay of the building and do a little more cosmetic work to it. Our recommendation is to grant the suspension of the demolition order for a 12-month period.
And, go ahead, your name, sir?
My name is William Mackinson.
You're the owner?
Yes.
Is your plan to restore it to a car wash? What's your
Yeah,
plan?
I bought it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Right.
You're-
So,
okay.
and I saw it for sale. It was, in my opinion, a good price. And so from the time I saw it to the time that I owned it was about 7 days.
Okay.
And I came down to the city. I talked to them before I bought it. They kind of told me what was going on. I purchased it. I know I have to have an inspection. I came down to ask Dan some questions, and here I am.
He'll need a team inspection, was going to make application for that, but of course needed a clearance here before we can guide him in that direction.
But you obviously purchased with the idea that you're gonna get something completed and operational by the end of summer or something?
I hope so. I mean,
you have funds to do this as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And are you in the construction business yourself?
I am.
Okay, so you have contact with other trades?
Yeah, so I have a guy give me a price to completely redo the parking lot.
Okay.
I have all the stuff. I didn't want to pull any triggers until I got some answers, had some inspections.
Wise idea.
You know.
But tonight is the first step with.
I'd like to,
Go ahead, Scott.
I'd like to make a motion that we suspend the demo order for this property.
I second the motion.
Thanks, Scott.
In additional discussion? All in favor of the motion to suspend the demo, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Good luck, sir.
Thank you very much.
You can come in anytime and get your, apply for the, okay?
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, good. That's the last one here, that's from the public, right?
Correct. Next property is 130 Chippewa. It's a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It is a vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. The garage is making it open to trespass, as well as the first floor is, windows are boarded. The roof is deteriorated, making it open to the elements. Windows, siding, eaves, fascia, and garage are all dilapidated. Garage is again nearly collapsing. Overgrown debris, unkempt. Windows are piled full of stuff inside. A lot of junk and debris. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is off. Going to be an unusual one that at this point our recommendation is postponement due to the fact that the Oakland County has taken it over for back taxes and it will be going before their auction in July. This is in the historical district. There's three houses tonight. It's in the historical district, and our feeling is that sending the house off with being in the historical district and a demolition order that they're going to have to post a bond and rehab agreement, etc., is probably going to make the property a little harder to sell than if we postpone it until our August meeting to see if it's going to sell with just a being at the Board of Appeals.
A lot of work has to be done in this house.
The Oakland County, when they take over the property, as they're doing here, will be removing any vehicles that are there, as well as cleaning up the site, because if it does not sell at the July meeting, or July auction, it will go back for them to their October auction, and they will be maintaining the property all summer. They don't want to be mowing around a whole bunch of debris, etc. They don't do a lot of work or putting money into the structure itself, but will do into the cleanup portion of and securing the building. So that's why
you asked for postponement.
This and two other houses are going to be in the same condition as.
I'd like to make a motion that we postpone this property to our 8/17 meeting.
Second the motion.
Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion postponed, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
Next property is 40 Dakota. It's a single-family residence. Was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It was a vacant, dilapidated structure. The garage and garage door and windows are making open to trespass. The house roof and the holes in the garage roof are making it open to the elements. Roof, siding, eaves, fascia, soffit, gutters, and garage are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris unkempt, animals undermining, guardrails and handrails are rotted or missing. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is off. Our recommendation is to remain on the demolition list.
I'd like to make a motion that the property at Dakota remain on the demo list.
I second that.
Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion for demolition list, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
Next property is 94 Dwight. It's a multiple family residence. Vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. Doors, windows, brick veneer, and roof, chimney, etc. are all dilapidated. Still some overgrowth, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. There is a foundation issue that is of concern. The gas meters are not visible, nor are the electric meters. They have made application for rehabbing of the building. The big stumbling block has just been taken care of in the last couple of weeks. The city vacated the alleyway that was behind this apartment complex, which they were able to buy, as well as the city owned a lot behind them that they were able to buy, which alleviated a lot of the parking issues on the site plan. So now that they have that, planning has given a thumbs up on the permit. They have since come back to us with a revision to the plans. They want to take advantage of attic space and use it for storage, doing kind of a mini lockers up on the attic area for storage.
And they have drawings, they have architects,
yes,
they have somebody.
the architectural drawings for the building itself have already been approved, have been submitted and approved. They just came back with, when they came back with the revised site plan, with this revised to the attic space, so it's gonna have to be looked at again.
I'm assuming there's have somebody look at it structurally,
Yes.
because attics usually you're not, able to withstand a storage, I think is 125 pounds a square
Yeah,
foot, so.
yep.
All right. Any questions, Mona or, Scott?
No questions.
No questions here. I'll make a motion to, postpone the property at, 9-4 Dwight to our next meeting in August 17th.
I'll second that motion.
Any additional discussion?
Maybe for,
Okay, anybody, all in favor of the motion for postpone, say aye. Aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
221 South Edith is a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. Was vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. The attic windows are missing and making it open to the elements. Other windows are boarded and there is a hole in the roof. Roofing, siding, trim, soffit are all dilapidated. Overgrowth, debris, unkempt, and again, animals undermining, broken windows. Porch railings are non-compliant. The gas meter is gone, the electric meter is gone, and the lines have been cut. Our recommendation is to remain on the demolition list.
Make a motion to have the property, have this property remain on the demo list.
A second.
Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion to demo, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
233 South Edith is a single-family residence, was vacant, dangerous, dilapidated structure. Roof, siding, and windows are making it all open to the elements. The roof, missing siding, trim, chimney, porch, doors and windows are all dilapidated. Overgrown, debris unkempt, animals undermining, guardrails and handrails are non-compliant. The gas meter is locked out, the electric meter is off. They had a property maintenance inspection and pulled their building permit earlier this month. They still need to pull their plumbing, electrical, and mechanical permits, but our recommendation is postponement till the August 17th to allow them to pull permits and get work started.
I have a question. You said that the property maintenance inspection was done this month. I see this
No,
one
no,
here.
no, it has been done. They pulled their building permit this month.
Oh, pulled the building.
Building permit was pulled on the 16th.
I'll make a motion that we postpone this property to our 8/17 meeting.
I second that motion.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion postponed, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
451 Irwin is a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. Is a vacant and dilapidated structure. Roof, siding, soffit, and trim and windows are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris unkempt, abandoned vehicles in the drive, handrails and porch and steps are non-compliant. Gas meter is gone, the electric meter is off, and the meter can is open. Our recommendation is to remain on the demolition list.
I'll make a motion that this property remain on the demo list.
I second that motion.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to postpone, for demo, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
771 St. Clair is a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. Is a vacant, dangerous, and dilapidated structure. The city had boarded up the property. The windows are boarded, roof, siding, and soffit are all dilapidated. Overgrown, debris unkempt, animals undermining. The gas meter is gone, the electric meter is gone, and once again, this is one that the Oakland County has taken over for the auction. So our recommendation, if we will, is to postpone so that it can be auctioned off as simply being here at the Board of Appeals and not needing a bond.
Make a motion that the, property at 771 St. Clair be postponed to our August meeting.
I second that motion.
Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion postponed, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
18 Tacoma is a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It's a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated, fire-damaged structure. The side window is open to the trespass, as well as the shed. The side window also makes it open to the elements. Siding, soffit, trim, windows, and are all dilapidated. The garage is what is fire damaged, overgrown, debris, unkempt, abandoned vehicles and trailers. Chimney is falling away from the house. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is gone, and the box meter and lines are all been removed. Our recommendation is to remain on the demolition list.
Is this a dumping ground? What is this?
They were living there up until they just walked away from everything that's there.
Wow.
Yeah. No, the other people aren't dumping. That was what they left behind.
That was what they left behind.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion that the property on Tacoma, remain on the demo list.
I second that.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion for demo, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
19 Tacoma is a single-family residence that was posted on 5/4 of 2022. It's a vacant, dilapidated structure. Siding, soffit, trim, deck, and railings are all dilapidated. There is overgrown, debris, unkempt. 2 cars are abandoned at the property. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is off. And again, Oakland County has just taken this over for back taxes. So our recommendation is postponement so it can go into the auction as simply at the Board of Appeals and not as a condemned awaiting clearance. And again, the county states that they'll be cleaning out the site.
Okay. I'm sorry, Scott, you was gonna make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we, postpone the property at Tacoma to our, August meeting.
A second.
Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion to postpone, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
35 Warner is a single-family residence, was posted on 5/4 of 2022, is a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated structure. We believe it's still vacant at this point. Broken window, and some windows are boarded. Siding, trim, doors, and windows are all dilapidated. It's overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. Large pieces of glass are leaning up against the building. Missing handrails and guardrails. Had been some work being done without permits. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is on. They had pulled a building permit, but all their trade permits are still needed. Recommendation was for the demolition list unless a commitment is made to pull permits within the next 10 days.
And nobody's here
And
today
nobody's here
on
to,
the property.
right, so. And they did receive the notice, so it's not a case of didn't know of the meeting.
I'll make a motion that the property at 35 Warner Street, remain on the demo list.
I second that motion.
Okay, any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion for the demolition list, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
Our next 2 properties are on the list for being that you wanted to monitor every 3 months. The first one being 72 North Glenwood. She had planned to be in by the 1st of April, but has not been able to make it. all of her permits are valid. Her plumbing and mechanical permits have been finalized out. She had final
I'm
elect-
sorry, what's been final?
the plumbing and mechanical permits have been finalized out. The electrical permit had a final inspection, did not pass, and there she's making corrections to it. And it was the loop on the drop was needed attention, so that's being corrected. And once she gets that done, then she can call in for a final building. But she has until August 17th to get it done, and I look for her to be dangerously close to having that done by the end of this month.
Okay, well, that's good. Progress.
Yes. And the other property was 51 Oliver.
Okay, this
does not need a motion.
This does not need any
No,
action. Okay.
these two properties are ones that you had come before you in the past, and just like the car wash, and we'll be doing the same with the car wash that you just did, you suspended the demolition order for a 12-month period.
Okay.
And basically asked that we go every 3 months when we're doing our posting to give
Give
some
us progress.
photographs and show what the progress is, because we
Thank you.
didn't want it to come down in 9 months or 12 months, and
Right.
and they
Nothing's
hadn't
done.
been doing anything.
Yeah.
You have a little better handle on what's going on if every 3 months you have either seen progress or know that they haven't been
Right.
doing anything. But the last property here is 51 Oliver Street. It's a single-family residence. They also in the historical district. They have pulled all their permits. They have had their rough electrical, plumbing, mechanical have all passed, and they have passed their drywall. So they're into the final inspection stages, and now that the weather's getting warm, I've got a feeling that they're probably going to concentrate a lot of work on the outside of the building. They we're just from the last meeting, so they still have 9 months to get this finished up in your,
Good. Is that the last item on our agenda?
that's the last item on the agenda.
Is there anything else from staff or the board?
No, I thank everyone for jumping through and getting this. This was a very interesting week.
We'll blame it on Scott.
Yeah, well, I do apologize for the mix-up in trying to get a hold of me, and hopefully we won't have that happen again.
Well, everything I had from you was from your old meeting. So,
Yeah,
So we got all Scott's new contact information.
yes.
Nice to see you, Scott.
okay, see you guys.
I like your office. It has a nice view.
Yes. If there's no other business before the board, I will adjourn the meeting. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Mona.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mom.